Hey everyone, welcome back to the Twisted ADV channel. My name's Chris, and we're back in the shop, and we're going to keep on the door theme. I don't know if you saw the last video, but we did a quick install of some door hangers, and we were able to find some space, to get those doors off the floor whenever we take them off. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in there, and you should be able to see a tag and hop on that one. But to stay in the theme of the door, man, I gotta talk about my most embarrassing thing about this Jeep. Now, for some people, it may be the rust spots underneath the Jeep. Others, it may be when they were actually trying to take the doors off. They undid the strap, the door swings open, and then they get the lovely beauty mark up in the panel. But for me, it's right here. Every one of my doors has this issue. And I'm telling you, after a while, and your Jeep has these nuts, you're gonna have the same issue. I don't know what it is about the heat, maybe it's the material, whatever it is, but this stuff, look at that, it just pops right off. I don't know what the problem is, but it just can't function like this. I mean, the strap, the elastic's all worn out. You start using it for like maps, maybe flashlights, and whatever else. I don't know what you put in your stuff, but eventually it wears out, it sags, it starts clipping underneath under the door frame, and every time you shut the door, you got half your bag hanging out. I mean, it's embarrassing. And eventually it just rips out. So, I started looking for a solution because I've got to clean this up. It's horrible. And what I ended up finding out is on slickrod.com, they have some replacement pockets, and this is called JK Pockets. And there's one for each door. And they also have one for the center console up in the front. So that's really cool, right? Now, just so you're aware, you can replace this netting, this OEM netting, but it requires you to replace the whole panel. And it's like $120. A little while back, I had to replace the motor for the mirror, or for the window. And whenever I did that, I was taking a look at the netting, seeing how easy would it be. But it's all sealed, and there's only two connecting areas. And I'll show you a picture of that here. But the problem is it's not a quick install. And if it's $120 or $130, and then you're trying to match the color, maybe you got the brown or maybe you got the solid black, whichever, but it's $120 a piece. So when you times that by 4, that's pretty crazy. This pocket was $130 for 4 of them. Now I know that's a little more expensive than the cheapies you find on Amazon, but the deal is one, it's American made. 2, it has the exact same texture or profile that your interior does, so it matches, and it doesn't have that flat matte black plastic other cheaper versions have. So all you really need for this is your box knife and a little time. Cut that, and it's over. So now the idea here is to take care of all of this and get that out of there. Oh, so go, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What? You want to help me with my Jeep today? You want to help with my Jeep? Okay. Now, before we start any cutting, it's important to note that there's no way to preserve this. Once you cut, that's it. If you want to go back to that OEM look, you will have to buy the panel, just like we talked about earlier. But if yours is in the state like mine is, I'm cutting and not regretting. The next step after you have all that netting removed is just to make sure that all the excess material really sucked up behind there. You may take like a little flat tip and just make sure that you're able to pull the rest of it out, no issues. But you don't want it to conflict with any of the tabs that are going to try to go in there. I would definitely not want to do this install on a very cold day or below freezing temperatures, just to make sure that I don't snap or break any of the plastic. So a warmer day, or maybe keep these inside before you try to do the install, but really it should be pretty quick. Just insert the tabs in the spot, slide it in, and then flex that back a little bit to get it in its spot. And that's it. Easy. Looks pretty good. Now let's do the other 3. Well, that was easy. 10 minutes and we're done. And most of that was cutting out this rat's nest from those Jeep doors. And these JK pockets, they're perfect. They're made very well. They fit perfectly without any kind of modification to the plastic tabs and whatnot. They match the interior of the OEM paneling. I couldn't be happier with them. It fits my map book without any issue. I don't have to be embarrassed anymore opening my doors or having other people come into the Jeep or having like the bags from the original hanging out the bottom end of the door sill. It's a perfect solution for a very bad problem with the Jeep doors. And I promise you, you're probably gonna end up having the same thought of what do I do now that my nets are starting to deteriorate. I tell you, it's a perfect solution. If you like what you saw here, click the like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think and what your solutions are. If you have any questions, I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks for joining on the Twisted ADV channel. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Okay, Odin. Okay. Odin. He's my helper. I said. Kisses, kisses, kisses.